Hello everyone, this is Maureen and welcome to my crochet story. Now, this is supposed to be my Amigurumi Wednesday, but you're going to find that you're seeing it a day late. And I'll explain why here in just a few moments. But first, let me say thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate every time you get a notification that I have content uploaded, that you take the time to watch to see what it is I thought you might be interested in. Now, if you're new to my channel, please take a moment, go look at some of my other videos. And if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and then look for the bell with what I call the little hugs on the side, and it'll notify you every time I put something up. Alright, so on my Sunday chat, I told you that I would be working on my chosen amigurumis from the book Aquatic Amigurumi, which I showed you a link, or put a link in the description box if you're interested. There are quite a few of us that have gotten together, bought the book, and each one of us has chosen one of the characters, or fishies, or just whatever that's associated with aquatic life, and excuse me, we're working on them to show to you, just like we did with the Puss in Boots project. Now that I have given them until June the 30th. Now I know there's a little misconception between amongst some of us about is that the start date or the end date, but since so many of us are starting on it, I'm gonna just put it out there that I hope we are all finished by June the 30th, but we'll see. Anyway, sometime during the summer, we'll be showing you our little projects and what we've done with them. But I told you I was going to share with you my journey with my two little amigurumis that I have chosen out of the book. Now, the first one is Boris the fisherman, and this is what he looks like. He's just cute as a button, guys, let me tell you. And I was going to work on him and his friend, the pirate. But guys, I got so focused on Boris that I haven't even started the fisherman. And I have also come to realize that I just really am a creature of habit. My Grandma taught me to work on one project at a time. And so, although I am trying to do multiple things at once, I find that once I get started on a project, I don't want to put it down. So I have spent quite a bit of time on just one of the amigurumis, but I'm getting really close to having him finished, so we'll see. So this is what I have done so far. Now, I'm sorry he's headless, guys, but I do have his head started over here, and this is the reason why I'm not much further on not only him, but on his little friend, the pirate. See, I can't exactly remember what piece of this I was working on, but I ran out of fiberfill, and I wasn't going to wait for it to come in the mail, so I had to make a trip to Walmart. Anyhow, so now I have plenty to keep me busy for a while, or stuffing for a while anyway. So this is what I've designed so far. Now, if you noticed in the picture, I've changed the color of his shirt. I also didn't have the color of yarn, and I wasn't going to stop or wait and go ahead and buy some, so I used what I had. So I had some of the Red Heart Super Saver variegated with different shades of blues, or is it the sea glass? I don't know what it is, but anyway, because I'd lost the label. So I just took it all apart and balled up each little color section, and so I just decided to give him blue breeches with a little bit of a different colored cuff. Now, it's supposed to be the same color, but you know, I didn't do that. Now, I have to tell you that I really did enjoy making these little feet or legs, whatever, you know. And no, I did not make a mistake in his breeches length here. It does show, and not only in the picture, but in the written pattern as well, that he's supposed to have one little pant leg shorter than the other. Don't know why, but anyway. Now, I have to admit, I had some problems with the pocket. it describes you making like, I think it's 15 chains, and you crochet on one side, make the, the corner, and then come up the other way. And then you just keep going around and around and around and around. Well, guys, that doesn't give a square pocket or even a rectangular one like it shows here in the pattern. And I must have spent a whole evening trying to figure out, was it me doing something wrong or what? So I reached out to another crochet friend and I said, I'm going to read this to you, and I'm going to want you to do it with me and tell me if there's something I'm doing wrong. Well, neither one of us did anything wrong, so I don't know initially what the designer was wanting with that pocket, but I just made my own pocket and stitched it on there, so we're good to go. Another little item of interest, of course, you notice we have the head, the area for the head here, and he's not going to attach just like this, folks. Notice my little markings for his eyes. Well, I'll get back to that in just a minute. We're going to crochet like, let's see, there is a space here where we had to do some back loop stitching so that we could have the front loops visible, because we're going to come back and we're going to attach a little neck ruffle. And then we're going to use that little neck ruffle to attach the head. Now, I've never done that before, so that is going to be really interesting. And if I like it, it might be a technique I use on some of the other amigurumi patterns I've been working with. So, all I have left to do, actually, is his beard, his nose. He's got two little ears here that'll be attached, and his little beanie. Now, I haven't decided on the color of the beanie yet. It might be the color of his, like they've shown there. They've used the color in the stripe here to be the little beanie. I don't think I want a goldish yellow beanie, but I might give him a black one or a gray one. We'll just wait and see. Haven't decided, like I said. So I have that left to do on him, and oh, it shows that you can give him some little accessories, like a little fish to stick in his pocket. You can make him a whole string of fish. Now, I will tell you, in this one, I did put some pipe cleaner in his little arms so I can position them. But that's something else that I'm going to have to kind of work on, I guess, because either I put too much stuffing or maybe didn't put enough pipe cleaner in there, because his arms are going to bend, but not as much as what it shows in the pattern, which, it is okay. He's still doing pretty good there, I think. So that's all I have as far as what I've done in my amigurumis. But guys, oh, one other thing I wanted to share with you. Now, I am still new, to amigurumi. It's one of the things I decided I was going to learn to do. I am still very frustrated with color changes. And I know to a lot of people that doesn't really seem to bother them, but it does me. I don't like, the little stepping that happens whenever you change from one color to the other, especially when you're working in the round. I don't have a problem whenever in the spiral. Now, when you're working in the round, I mean, that's not a big deal. I've been doing that for years. But this spiral thing is about to eat my goat, just because I don't like what it shows. But I have been looking out there on the internet, and I have watched several videos on how to do the invisible join, especially when you're working in a spiral, and I have tried the techniques quite frequently, even just in practicing. And for some reason, some of those techniques are just not clicking in my head. And I'm not going to chalk it up to age. It just, even visually, because I am a visual learner, I just was struggling. But I did happen to find a video of a young woman whose technique and the way she presented it in her tutorial clicked in my head. Now, at this point, I had already finished with the shirt and the arms. But guys, moving forward, I know that I am going to be much happier when I have to do striping or changing in colors, whether it be in small sections like the striping here or in big sections, because I have practiced it for, I'm not going to say hours, but at least for a good 30 minutes, so that my, muscle memories would get going, and my brain and my muscle memories would get connecting with each other. So her name is Daris, excuse me, her name is Daris Bleu. And I will leave a link in the description box for you to that one specific tutorial. Now, I really liked how she not only demonstrated it just once, but several times in color changing in the spiral, and I just really, really loved it. Now, for many of you, like I said, it may not be a big deal to you, or you may already know or have learned how to do it, and you might even have a better tip. And if you do, share it with me, please, because, like I said, that's probably been my biggest gripe for myself, is making those color changes and where it's just not defined as much as it is with the way I do it now. Okay, that's all I got to say about that. But anyway, so not much to finishing out my his head. I'll be attaching his ears and his beard. And oh, it also had that big nose piece. Did you see that? That's a funny looking thing. It's not funny looking, but it is definitely different from anything I've seen on an amigurumi before. But it's going to be fun, to do it and put it on there. So I have decided that I am going to finish Boris before I start Valentine, his compadre. So, and it shouldn't take me but, another day, and I'll be done with him. So I'll be posting him along with my progress on Valentine, the pirate, here in just a few days. But that's all I've got going right now. I also told you I'd be working on Pug, and I have started just a little bit on him. Not a lot, or at least not enough to show you. So, anyway, that's where I'm at as far as Amigurumi Wednesday, which you're seeing on Thursday. I apologize, but like I said, had a little hiccup. I didn't plan very well before I got started on him, but I've got enough now to keep myself going. As always, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know. Could be your special light that they need to see. I love you all, and thank you so much for being here. See you next time. Bye.